Let's set up the shot, set up the shot, set up the shot, set up the shot. Let's set up the shot, set up the shot. Let's set up the shot today. On today's episode, we're gonna get into, actually I forgot to count, so let's figure this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I was gonna do like the 5 whiskeys you need for summer, but it. We about to go do the 8 whiskeys you need for the summer. I go by the name of, let's go.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord. Let's serve you some whiskey. And we're back. Yep. So yeah, loving the vibes so far. Thank you everybody who subscribed, who liked, who dropped me comments. Let me know what you're drinking. Let me know what bottles you're hunting for. It's all appreciative. Hey folks, listen, we're only like not even like 3 weeks into this channel and I'm already feeling the love. Every little bit counts and goes towards the way. Now you're probably hearing like, what's all that clinking in the glass? We got ice today, folks. Ice alert, ice alert, ice alert. We're bringing it back. Yes, I love to have ice in my whiskey. It's no secret. So today, I'm thinking about, like I mentioned before, the 8 whiskeys that you would need for the summertime, in my personal opinion. So before we get into that, what I have in this glass right here, wow, 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 woo, the Old Forester Rye. Now, this is great in any whiskey cocktail you can think of. Right? It's a whiskey sour, whiskey smash, a Manhattan, old fashioned. Old fashioned makes a hell of an old fashioned. Also, this is really good in lemonade or ginger beer or whatever you might have close to you. The Old Forester 100 proof rye, actually, what I am drinking right now. So, cheers to you. Easy to find, won't break the bank, and you won't be mad like I normally say if you left this at a party. If you're getting into rye, this will be one of the ryes I recommend you get into and purchase first, my personal opinion. When I think about summertime whiskeys, I think about a whiskey that can go on ice. You know, we need to take a break, obviously, from drinking high proof bourbons and high proof whiskeys all year round. You need a cocktail. Life is too short. Enjoy a cocktail, have some good friends over, light up a stogie, barbecue, do whatever you do, play Uno, lose Uno, play Connect 4, play whatever in the rainbow you want to play, but play the game how you want to play. So today we're getting into the 8 whiskeys. Now, we already mentioned Old Forester Rye. That's a good entry level. The next one I want to mention is Bruichladdich, the classic laddie. Now this, I would say, probably was like my 6th bottle of whiskey that I purchased on my collection journey. Obviously, I've been drinking whiskey, you know, when I was in college, but when I really started collecting whiskey, this was like one of the first scotches that I bought. Now, I would say people are gonna like the Bruichladdich. Oh my God, it's like a campfire. It's like a Band-Aid. It's like this. It's like that. No, this is actually unpeated from Isla, and this is amazing. It's kind of easy to find. I would say around MSRP you can definitely find it. It's not gonna be nothing that's super highly allocated. If you're looking to get into scotch and you are afraid of like the campfire note or the Band-Aid note or the smokiness or whatever, highly recommend this one. If you want to go for something that's kind of like a single malt, want to do something more of a blended whiskey, I recommend a Johnny Walker Black. That's how I got into scotch, but this honestly for a single malt, it's not a bad start. In the summertime, this is good straight, and this is good on the rock. And if you want to, hell, a good little lemonade as well. So yeah. So getting into the next one, we have Barrel Seagrass. Now folks, this bottle here has won hella awards. It also would be a little hard to find, and you may have to come up a little money to get this bottle, but is it worth it? 1000%. It's called the Barrel Seagrass from Barrel Craft Spirits. Now you're probably thinking, Lord, what the hell is a barrel craft? What the hell is a barrel craft grass? What the hell is this? What the hell is that? I'll tell you right now. Basically, Barrel Craft Spirits is a spirit company. They don't distill their own spirits per se, but they source barrels from a lot of different distilleries and they blend them all together. For instance, this one in particular, I know you can't see it, I know it's focused, I know it's fuzzy, wuzzy, whatever. Anyway, this one is particularly a rye whiskey that's finished in a, I'm gonna slay this word wrong, so don't quote me, Martinique rum cask with a Madeira and apricot brandy barrels.
Martinique rum cask.
the Madeira and apricot brandy barrels.
Oh my God. This by itself on the rocks or straight is really good. If you want to flex, go ahead, mix this with lemonade and a little orange juice and go for it. It's a little pricey bottle, but go for it. But this in general is not bad. I would say if you were housing a party or having people over in the backyard and you wanted the perfect nightcap bottle, if you're, let's say if you're grilling steaks or you have a few stogies or whatever, this is the bottle I recommend to end your night on. The Barrel Seagrass. This is the bottle for the summer right here. Let me know in the comments, so far, like, what is your favorite go-to cocktail, favorite bottle that you have in the summertime, and so on and so on. Let me know. All right, next bottle we're gonna get into, we're gonna skip around a little bit. I'm gonna get into the Monkey Shoulder. So the Monkey Shoulder is a blended scotch right here. Now this, I would say, if I'm not drinking Johnny Walker Black, which I love Johnny Walker Black, it's no secret, a lot of people don't like it. I personally love Johnny Walker Black because it got me started on my whiskey journey, but also my journey into scotch. But the Monkey Shoulder is actually pretty good. Monkey Shoulder, ginger beer with a little ice, that's my secret right here. So this is usually what I would drink mostly during the day, is a little Monkey Shoulder. So yeah, Monkey Shoulder in general, if you're interested in getting into scotch, is a bottle that I highly would recommend you pick up. I would say MSRP on this is pretty easy. I mean, not gonna find this super marked up. You can actually get this in a grocery store. I got this at a local grocery store here, and it's very easy to find. So Monkey Shoulder, highly recommend this one. Monkey Shoulder, Monkey Shoulder, Monkey Shoulder. And we're moving. All right, so coming again out of the Brocklotic Distillery, we got, wow, wow. We got the Port Charlotte. In particular, this is the Isla Barley 2012 heavily peated. Now folks, if you don't like the smell of a campfire or a band-aid that's been on your arm for 4 days, this won't be the bottle for you, I promise you. OMG, let's smell it right now. Yes, I personally love very smoky peated scotches. I would do a whole episode, I promise you, for a what? Say it, class? Another day. But in particular, this is a great summertime whiskey. I personally would just do this as is on like a nice rock in a glass, and I am good for the rest of the day. Like I said, easy to find. MSRP is pretty good. If you're in your scotch journey, this is another bottle I highly recommend you picking up, in addition to the Monkey Shoulder and a few other bottles I've mentioned. The Isla Barley 2012 Port Charlotte heavily peated. Boom, great summertime whiskey. And we're moving along. Moving on next. If you're looking for something with a little more bump and that's gonna hold up over ice for a period of time, we got no other than from Maryland, the Sagamore Rye Cask Strength. And this one in particular is coming in at a whopping 112 proof. Now, I personally love Sagamore Rye. Oh my God. So fire rye, Maryland. Love everything they do. I have a lot of the bottles. Actually gonna do a rye segment. I'm gonna probably find 2 more bottles of theirs, and I'm gonna do a whole like lineup segment. But Sagamore Rye, highly recommend it. For the summertime, this particular use, I would say drink it straight or on a nice rock glass, that's it. Or you can make an old fashioned or a Manhattan with it, whatever's your pleasure. MSRP for this is pretty standard. It's not gonna be too marked up. Price wise, you're gonna come out a little money, but not as much as the Seagrass. Yeah, so this is the Sagamore Rye Cask Strength. Highly recommend it. Now, you're probably like, Lord, this isn't a whiskey and I thought you only review whiskeys. I review a lot of things. I have a video coming out where I went to the beach and I took a few things called RTDs with me. RTDs is basically short for ready to drink. They're basically cocktails in a can. Now you may have had some before and I'm pretty sure they've been great or they've been mid. This one in particular, hella good. This is from none other than what? Sagamore. And in particular, this is the Sagamore Lemon Tea Fizz. And in particular, why I like this is with their own distillate and their own spirits, and it is an aged product inside this. Their 4-year-old rye is in this can. Like, you don't understand, what you drink, you think it's RTD, isn't an aged product at all. But this is 4-year-old in here. So basically, this is infused with rye whiskey, with Meyer lemon juice, green tea, and natural, I'm gonna say this word wrong, yuzu flavor. This is good. Folks, you only need 2 of these. And I highly recommend this on some ice, not like the big rocks. but you know, like get some cubed ice or whatever. Not the Sonic ice, but regular cube ice. So this may not or may be easy to find depending on your market that you're in. It may be available at some big box stores. You might have to check, but they offer a few different variations. I think so far today I've had 4 of the flavors. When you see the next video, maybe the next one after this or whatever, you see that I review this one and then I review another one that I have. All right, so now next. So when I was prepping these bottles, I was thinking I really wanted to do just kind of like mostly scotches and ryes, because usually in the summertime, that's kind of all I drink. Like, I love bourbon, don't get me wrong, I love bourbon. But I like to take a break on my bourbons during the hotter days of the years. But I was thinking, like, if there was any bourbon, what would I include in this lineup? So one bottle I do not have that I'm out of that I would mention, I'll pop it here on the screen, is the Old Forester 86 proof. Now, yes, I know that the Old Forester makes 100 proof, and it's amazing. I love the 100 proof. It literally is the same bottle I buy when I buy the 100 proof rye. But the Old Forester 86 proof, as is or just on a bunch of ice, is a vibe all by itself that you have to experience. I would say if you are building up your bar cart, Old Forester 86 proof is a bottle I highly recommend, in addition to the Old Forester 100 proof. But if I was standing in the store and had to choose between the two, depending on what you have, I would start with the 86 first. 86 is a vibe all day. So the next one I would get into, which is technically the only bourbon I have up here, is the Bardstown Bottle and Bond. Now, Bardstown Bottle Bond comes in at 100 proof. They have different variations that range from season to season. This one in particular is fall 2016, for all those who want to know. And I believe the other one I have is from spring 2017. They're both easily good, easy crushable. You can drink these straight or on the rocks. I personally don't like to mix any of my Bardstown. As you see, I am a Bardstown hound, or I don't know what you want to call it, Bardstown fiend or whatever. I love Bardstown, but I wouldn't mix this. But this is good on the rocks or as is. Personally never had this in old fashioned, but hell, I might do an episode one day where I try this in different cocktail drinks and things of that choice. And moving on. So the last one in this series, I may get some flack. You know, a lot of you probably like bourbon. You probably found me because you like bourbon, but I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. We're gonna get into Lafroig 10-year cask strength. Now, as I've mentioned in the Port Charlotte, if you don't like peated smells, which is that campfire, which is the Band-Aid, the iodine smell, you know, just smells old and this and that, you're definitely not gonna like this. I personally like Lafroig 10 cask strength. Reason being, this is really good on the rocks. Big rock glass, I like this. Also, spoiler alert, I like this with sushi. I order sushi a lot of times, and if I'm ordering nice sushi, I have a nice rock glass, and I pour this in it, and I'm just vibing out for the night. And for those who want to know, this is batch 12, and this is coming from February 2020. I love peated scotches. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, I'm pretty sure, but peated scotches are good. It's one of those things where it's an acquired taste. Even if you don't like it, I would say don't completely block it out your mind in your whiskey journey. I would say if you can find a friend who has a nice collection, sample some of theirs if you can, or go to a bar and get a pour. But in your journey, you need to experience the Islay scotches. I'm gonna do a whole episode for another day on Islay scotches. So yeah, so this concludes, in my opinion, the 8 whiskeys you need for summertime. It's a lot. Folks, you don't even need 8. You honestly need a good 2-hitter bottles. But if you're sitting in the store and you are confused what to get, at least I gave you a few options that you can look at that are different from the bourbons that you picked up so far. It's all about variation. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite go-to bottle. What do you like to get on the shelves? And also, do you mix your favorite bottle? And is it in a cocktail? If you like this one, go ahead, drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. And like we always say at this time, cheers, salute, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.